This is a multiple choice Algebra 1 region question from the June 2015 Regent. Which equation or equations represent the graph below? And then we have Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, and Roman numeral 3, a graph, and 4 answer choices. So we have to find which of these Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, or Roman numeral 3 has the same roots, the same zeros, the same x-intercepts as the graph. Graph, we notice, has a root at -2, a root at +1, and a root at +3. We need to see which of these choices, 1, 2, or 3, has the same roots. To find the roots of a cubic function, we want to set each of the factors equal to 0. So the first one, y is equal to x plus 2 times x squared minus 4x minus 12. We want to set each of these equal to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0, minus 2 and minus 2. X is equal to -2. Good, so it has one correct root so far. Then we have to set the other side equal to 0. X squared minus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. We need to solve this like a quadratic equation because our highest exponent is 2. We need to write this in factored form. We need to find factors of -12 that add up to -4. Factors of -12 are 1 and -12, -1 and +12, 2 and -6, which are the factors that add up to -4, so these are the ones we're going to use. Let's write out the factors. X plus 2 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. And now we're going to set each of the factors equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0, and x minus 6 is equal to 0. We're going to solve each of these for x, -2 and -2. X is equal to -2. The graph that's shown in the picture has a single root at x is equal to -2 and not a double root at x equal to -2 because we already have x is equal to -2. We can have another root at x equal to -2. We need to have 3 different roots, -2, +1, and +3, so we know automatically that choice 1 will not be the answer to the question. Let's move on to choice 2. Choice 2, y is equal to x minus 3 times x squared plus x minus 2. We're going to set each of the factors equal to 0. So x minus 3 is equal to 0, plus 3 and plus 3. X is equal to 3. So one of the roots is 3, so far it matches. Let's set the other factor equal to 0. X squared plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. And to solve this quadratic equation, we need to factor it. To factor it, we need to find factors of -2 that add up to +1. Factors of -2 are +1 and -2, and -1 and +2. The factors that add up to +1 are -1 and +2. So in factored form, we have x minus 1 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. Let's set each of these equal to 0. X minus 1 is equal to 0, plus 1, plus 1. X is equal to +1. Okay, so far it matches. X plus 2 is equal to 0, minus 2, minus 2. X is equal to -2. Good. Choice 2 matches. We have roots of x equals 3, x equals 1, and x equals -2. Now we have to try choice 3, because in the answer choices, choice 4 says that the answer could be 2 and 3. So we have to try Roman numeral 3 also. Choice 3, y is equal to x minus 1 times x squared minus 5x minus 6. And we're going to set each of the factors equal to 0, so x minus 1 is equal to 0, plus 1, and plus 1. X is equal to +1. So far it matches. Now we need to set the other factor equal to 0. X squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. To solve this quadratic equation, we need to factor it more. Factors of -6 that add up to -5. Factors of -6 are +1 and -6, -1 and +6, and 2 and -3, and -2 and +3. But the factors that add up to -5 are 1 and -6. So rewritten in factored form, we have x plus 1 times x minus 6 is equal to 0, and we're going to set each of these factors equal to 0. So x plus 1 is equal to 0, minus 1 minus x is equal to -1. And since on the graph the graph does not cross the x-axis and x is equal to -1, choice 3 cannot be the answer, and the answer is only going to be Roman numeral 2, which is answer choice 2.